I've never signed up for the normal chat line because I'm sure I'll get kicked off. So yeah, just try to take this same energy that we build here and take it out and relate it and show the strong points and of the prohibition ending, and just try to carry this on. We can do this. And I hear a lot of people all the time tell me, well, I'm just one person. What do you expect out of me and stuff like that? But I was just one person, and I got sick of talking to people in the grocery store lines and stuff like that, so I started a newspaper. And now we print 60,000 copies every month, and that touches a lot of people in the community. One big thing is, you guys know our paper is free. Everything is done by our wonderful advertisers. They give us the opportunity to get this paper out. And I'm not asking you to go in there and spend all kinds of money, but if you see one of the guys or you're in one of the stores, just say, hey man, seen your ad in the Buzz, thanks for the support, because those guys are the guys that are helping us carry the message out to the public, out to everybody, so we can all stay really tight together. So just even a mention, hey, I seen your ad in the Buzz, works wonders for an advertiser when he's deciding whether or not his advertisement dollars are being spent in the right place. On top of all that, I'm just proud of everybody keeping our grips together. I haven't really seen anything negative in the media, so I just, we can all pat ourselves on the back for that, keeping our shit together, staying within the parameters of the laws that were provided for us to stick to, and just move forward, man. Move forward. Don't let nothing get to you. Ron Paul, I don't care if you believe in him or not, is the last hope for this country.
Woo! Ron Paul!
And you need to be telling everybody, just talk about it until you're sick of hearing his name, because if we don't get change in this 2012 election, we're fucked as a nation. I hate to see the future of what could possibly lead to 4 more years under an Obama administration, or even worse yet, a Romney administration. I hate to talk about politics and it divides people and stuff like that, but no matter what, all that energy that Obama tricked us with, let's give it to Ron and try to see what this guy can do with it.
If all this initiative of gathering signatures is all about go green and stuff, I think, there was a lawyer here the other day that said that this pattern here on my sweatshirt should be patented. Well, why couldn't we do something like this for our petition and put fuel, textiles, and all the purposes for cannabis for our initiative? Just food for thought.
Cool idea. And by the way, we don't yet have a logo, and we've worked on it, and there's a debate about leaf, no leaf. I mean, that's a debate.
Leaf!
If you put the uses right inside the leaf though, wouldn't it make it harder for people to say no?
Well, we'll come back to it. Let me just explain. The debate is, the leaf has a connotation that has been used against us.
Right.
And so while we might think it's friendly, it's not necessarily friendly to the soccer moms who are the swing voters. Wayne?
Stay
real
focused.
quick, for those of you that may not be aware or become aware, I'd just like to mention the passing of Sophia Coper, mother to Kim Coper Davis and John Davis, our board members, mine and my NORML's oldest living member on December 25th, 2011. Anybody that hasn't had a chance, please reach out to John and Kim, let them know you're thinking of them. And on a personal note, the sniping and snarking on the talk list, my apologies. Going home with petitions in hand, it's a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
And you're on the stack, Chris. And that is another reason why we wanted to start as soon as possible, because it'll give people something to do besides call me. So, Reverend Steve, I think if you're ready. They're on the stack. I'm trying to keep
Real
people in
quick,
the order
Matt,
in which
can I
they
say one more
want to
thing?
speak.
Matt, can I say one more thing?
No.
There's lots of bundles of papers right outside the door. Please grab a stack, take it back to your neck of the woods.
We
Roll,
will.
make some
Roll.
petitions, take some papers.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, this seems strange. I just wanted to point out that if you check your membership cards, for those of you that are members, check your membership cards, see when your expiration date's up. This is an excellent time to sign up or renew your membership, and if you're not a member, this is an excellent time to become a member. And we got some wonderful t-shirts over there. We also have hemp iced tea on ice for $2 a can, 3 for $5, or $30 a case. So help yourself on that. What I just really quickly wanted to point out was that some facts that maybe everybody doesn't know. But one of the things I see, since the news has broken about the legalization drive, and you have these newspapers coming in on your internet all over, for those of you that are on the internet, you have newspapers from all over the state that are writing stories up on it. It's vitally important that we get positive comments into those newspapers, I feel. And one of the biggest arguments I've seen on these newspapers is what I call the people that have given up a long time ago. They go, oh, as long as it's illegal under federal law, what's the use to even try this? Because shoot, he's still going to arrest us and harass us and everything. Let me point out to you, it took 16 states, individual states, to end alcohol prohibition. The feds finally caved in after 16 states repealed alcohol prohibition. Now, I think it's going to take a few more states than that for them to cave in on cannabis prohibition, but it is going to happen, and it is coming. What I just found out a few days ago that just made me excited as hell was the fact that Michigan was the very first state to repeal alcohol prohibition. So if they were the very first state to repeal alcohol prohibition, why shouldn't we be the very first state? Absolutely. So, don't let anybody sidetrack you. Don't let anybody discourage you. It's important that we stay positive. It's important that we stay united. And I can't emphasize this enough, that I can guarantee you there might be an enemy or two in this room right now amongst us. The best way to stop something like this happening, what we're trying to achieve this year, the best way to get it to not happen is to divide us and get us angry at each other and get us pissed off at each other and fighting each other. Keep your eyes on what we're setting out to do. The other thing I think I'm right on this is the fact that if we are able to qualify for the ballot this year, we will have made history as being the first volunteer group that was ever able to get a statewide initiative on the ballot without paying the signature gatherers to get it done. We've got people all over the place in high up places and old people like me that went through 2000, 2001 saying it ain't going to happen, it can't be done. Well, let me tell you, over 1,000 members have signed up to volunteer. I think there was about 50 of us that were running around in 2000, 2001 collecting signatures for PRA. So there's a hell of a lot more of us now. And if we just work together, we stay organized, each individual in their own little neck of the woods, do what you say you're going to do. Follow through, get it done. The dirtiest part is getting the signatures, and then make sure that you get them mailed into where they got to be mailed into so that they can be collected, organized, and we'll go from there. But I believe we can make this happen, and I want to see Michigan be the leader of the nation again. So are you with me? Yeah.
Oh, it sticks hot. Yeah, we let a religious person touch it.
Hellfire from burning fire.
Yours?
A couple of things. Matt, would you mind if we were collecting credit card donations?
That's great.
Is it okay with you if I do the collection of that? I know
Yeah,
I do.
we don't have the credit card
No,
set.
no.
But
Okay, let me
yes, if
explain-
you take
okay.
the information, yes.
Then let me explain this. If somebody wants to do this, I need to get, I would assume that there's some credit card tape off the machine. Take a piece of that, lay a card down, lay the paper over top, rub the nickel across have you write down how much you wanna donate and sign the thing. And that way, when we, have the machinery, we can punch the numbers in, we can go ahead and just drop them in there. My guess is that there's a way to do it now, it's just not over the internet. So if anyone would like to make a donation of it, just, $5, $10, $20, up to, up to $100, and after that, you gotta sign something about who your employer is. Anybody like to do that, I'm gonna help out. Like these things. Yeah, this is a new form, they just have to know that you're not taking your boss's money and giving it to the campaign. Item number 2, somebody, Buzz just mentioned, Ron Paul. Strategically, as a strategy, we want Ron Paul facing Obama in the November election from the vantage point of wishing a change in federal marijuana policy. With these two being faced off with each other, there is no way that marijuana could avoid being one of the main issues in the 2012 election. We want it being the issue of the 2012 election when our constitutional amendment is going to be on that same ballot. We're already assisting in that process of making marijuana the issue for 2012. Towards that goal or objective, we want Ron Paul on the Republican ticket. My guess is that if Obama sees that take place, that day he'll be talking with his advisors about how to change the federal policy before Ron Paul can make it an issue for the election.
Yeah.
That means a change in federal policy after the primaries are over, but before the main election. A couple of months, 3 or 4 months. We could do that if we can get Ron Paul on the ballot. Towards that objective, no matter who you might vote for. Call yourself a Republican, go in and put down Ron Paul's name on the primary ballot.
Yes.
We want him as a Republican nominee so that we can try to put pressure on the federal government to change the marijuana laws now, right now, before the election.
When's the Republican primary?
28.
February 28th, is that the correct date?
I think it's
And
28.
if you're a registered voter, you can walk in. You don't have to be a member of the party or nothing like that. You can walk in and you can vote on the Republican ticket and say, I want Ron Paul on the ballot. I don't care how crazy you think you might be. Just do it so that it makes an argument, so that it gets the marijuana laws changed, and we don't have to rely on which candidate is going to be doing it. We don't have to worry about who's going to make the campaign promises, because this time around, we ain't believing the talk. We want to see the action.
Yeah.
We want to see the action before we put one of them in office again.
Thank you, Gert.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Dan Corsi, Kalamazoo County Chapter. Dan brought up some great points, as did Gersh, as did the Reverend Steve. What I'm here to challenge you all on is kind of in contradiction to Gersh's little word there. Ron Paul is our friend as far as who's running the Oval Office. But it's not going to matter who runs the Oval Office when it comes to the initiative here in Michigan in 2012. First of all, my background is I graduated high school in California in 1972 when Michigan NORML was founded out there. And haven't been a real big member until I got here to Michigan. The thing that really puts Michigan in a unique spot, where Reverend Steve mentioned, was we could be the very first state in the country to go against prohibition and re-legalize. That'd be a great thing, because look what happened when we did it with alcohol. So I have a challenge for everybody in this room. I think you got to go back to your own counties, your own chapters, and start it there, because this is grassroots. This is what it's really all about. I'm a conservative cannabis activist, and I truly believe in that nothing gets accomplished until we can come together and do it as a group. So regardless of who's sitting in the Oval Office, let's get it done here in Michigan first.
Thanks, Dan.
And what Dan's saying is, if you don't do it, who will? You know, and I know we're late for a break, and so I'm gonna let Bob speak because what he's gonna say is important, not that anything else wasn't, but it's something to think about during the break. And he is cutting into your break time, so if he goes on too long, you guys will all hate him. Because we're taking a half-hour break until 3 o'clock. So we're still gonna come back at 3, all right? And it's now 2:36.
First, if the people in Grand Traverse County, if we could meet just really briefly, if you're around Grand Traverse County or in a little pocket in northern Michigan, maybe we can piggyback and talk about a few things that are peculiar to northern Michigan, okay? So, that said,
When you gonna do
the
that, Bob,
fun-
after the meeting?
yeah, just during the break, really briefly, just to touch base and or we go out and burn one and do it out there. On the fundraising issue, it'd be, if we could really use a couple of $1 million. That would really be helpful. And before you're done chuckling, there's some, just a few numbers that have been tossed around. If we had 1,000 heroes who could donate $1,000 over the next 6 months in payments, you take payments any way you want, you'll work it out, it'll be on the website, you can do it through PayPal, we can, that would be 1 million. If we had 10,000 people, we have 122,000 patients in this state. If we can get just 10,000 to step up to the plate and donate $100.
Same amount as their card costs, by the way.
Yeah, $100, and we have our second $1 million. We have our second $1 million. So if you'll, be a member of the 100% Club and donate $100, and even if you do $20 a month this month, in the next 5 months, the campaign can use that every single month. And it seems like a small donation, but if it's from a whole lot of people, then it really makes a big difference. This was Griffin's idea, by the way, and I think the small donation thing and to have people step up to the plate and just donate $100. Be a member of the 100% Club. And if we are a part of 100% of history, well, how great is that for $100? Is that worth $100? Price. For you people that can step up to the plate and donate $1,000 or $200 a month, $50 a week, wow, there's our second million. That would be incredible. Then, following up, when they start coming at us, and we actually can have 30-second commercials that we can tell the truth. So that's the other thing is that if you don't have $1,000 to contribute, but you want to do something to the campaign that's worth $1,000 in the media, and every single one in this room could donate this kind of $1,000. That's to write a LTE, a letter to the editor, in your hometown paper, and that's worth $1,000 of positive media publicity for just because you stepped up to the plate, you sat down, and you wrote a letter to the editor to your local paper. So that's $1,000 contribution right there, and we really appreciate it. That's really important. So please don't underestimate that choice too, in terms of donating to the campaign. And we're hoping that in every single county, because we're going to fight this battle, even no matter what we win with this one, they're going to come at us again. Trust me, they will. So we need to develop and educate every single community and county in Michigan. So that's why we need local grassroots county organization in every single county. So we're hoping that we can achieve that too, because that's ultimately, we're going to do it where you live. You're going to do it where you live. So all politics ultimately come right back to your own community. It's really, in 90% of what you do, it's the most important thing.
Hey, Bob, I got a lady here from Berrien County that's got $100. Should she give it to you?
All right.
Should give it to Matt.
Why don't you give it to her?
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, but if it's a written instrument, yeah, thank you so
I
much.
think it's break time now, though.
Wow.
Yeah, break time.